Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 2. Here is my really weird arcana for the day because we are going to be running an aspect of Momus. So I'm going to be taking some arcana I don't usually take. Eternity to make things move slower while I'm channeling, and of course mega moves are faster, and then also we're going to have crit chance every time we chain our different omega moves into each other. We're going to do a Fate's Whim run, and I'm going to be pretty spicy here. We are going to go for a 24 heat overworld Vow of Rivals 4 run on a weapon that I don't think is nearly as strong as the other ones that I've attempted this with, nor am I as good with. So we will see how this goes.
No holding back.
Not unhappy to see Hestia first.
Pity you, dearie, all swept up in our affairs. You don't know how hard I've tried to avoid it myself. Must we always have to take a blasted side in everything? But we gods, we just love a good fight.
Alrighty, so admittedly, Hestia is not amazing for a build like this. We'll take her sprint, I guess. I don't really want her special, actually. Yeah, we'll take her sprint for now. Would love to see Apollo, would love to see Zeus, would love to see Poseidon for sure with his Omega, his benefits to Omega. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my voice. I'm only one recording in, or like one in like the very fraction of the first recording in, and I'm already losing my voice. Not a great sign. Yeah, I would never.
Dwelling denizen is she to find?
Yeah, like I can definitely stack up Hestia's Scorch pretty quickly with the attack.
And caught.
But honestly, I'd rather, since I'm, so Aspect of Moments, the way it works is all of your Omega attacks leave behind a little snakehead that then continues to cast those Omega abilities one after the other in rapid succession 3 times total, in the same space or in the same direction that you fired the initial blast. So we're a very Omega heavy build. Your Omega Special gains a power shot, or you channel 30 into your Omega Special to deal extra damage in an AoE. Both of these are pretty great, but I think I'll take this one because we're going to need good magic retention early on. So having that for the Omega Special works very well for us. The gods I would want: Poseidon, Demeter, Apollo for sure would be pretty decent. Hephaestus is all right for survivability, so I'm not going to say no to him. We did get Apollo, we do see another Hestia, we do see Poseidon as well. So I'm thinking, out of all of these, Apollo has the most to give us that I would want. So we'll start with Apollo as our next core god. Then we'll lock in another Hestia boon, because I would have liked her cast out of all of her options, and we just didn't get offered that. Poseidon's cast is also preferable. I want Apollo on attacker special, ideally. His gain isn't terrible, and Poseidon's gain isn't terrible either. So yeah, let's go with Apollo first, then we'll do Poseidon.
You dare. Death to Kronos.
But basically the idea here is I drop all of my Omegas, and then I just use my attack or special, and when I want to reposition where those projectiles are coming from, I launch them again. So in theory, Momus is simple. Momus has a very strong synergy with anything that benefits Omega attacks, so stacking up the Black Fleece would be a great idea here because it lets our Omega attacks do more damage. The only downside is we have to have taken 250 damage to get that ability to activate. So I am trying to take some amount of chip damage that is reasonable, and if I can remember when I'm against a boss, I might let myself get a little bit on the lower side with the anticipation of healing it back up from the fountain. But I'm gonna try and not go too crazy with that because I run the risk of throwing the run if I go too hard on that.
You found a harmful trace of Kronos, now a trace of Typhon's next. Glad there's no real sign of them from where we sit. Besides their scattered forces and the devastation that they caused, but that can be cleared up.
Alright, Apollo, and we get your special to start. I'll definitely gladly take that. That's a very good base damage on the special with a boon that has already massively boosted the damage on our special, and by boon I mean a hammer. All right, next up, let's lock in this Poseidon boon. Honestly, I would not say no to Heph here. Heph is decent for survivability, not really for damage, so I think it really depends on if Poseidon gives us his cast versus his attack here. Hi, Heracles. More importantly, where did you come from?
Me and the Flame Thief once again, but let's keep up the act for now. To the slaughter. I'll crush you all!
Excellent delivery on that line. I need to be careful not to go too spam happy with my Omegas until I get a good regen boon. Especially here where I don't know where enemies are going to necessarily spawn in. I think usually I'm aiming for about 140 gold out of these, which I think I'll be able to get pretty reliably here. There we go. All right. I don't think we usually get much more than that. Oh, we can get more. Nice. All right, 160 gold out of this. Not going to complain about that. And we're relatively topped off on HP too. Great, great, great. All right, we'll take Poseidon first.
As much as I do welcome this now gentler Father Kronos, who seems less desirous to see our home destroyed, I still am wary of that old coot. He's been cooperative, though.
Be nice, he's your dad. All right.
switch boons.
Wow, Poseidon, you suck. I mean, you gave us terrible options. That said, though, buried treasure right before picking up all that gold from... Sea Star at 40%, though. I mean, this would make it easier for me to stack some work towards the Black Fleece, I suppose. But Sea Star this early is too strong not to take, I think. I'll take that. Have a gift.
You say the gods never shared nectar with you. Well, I'm sharing some now. Perhaps you can regain a taste for it.
No more of this, witch. I told you I don't care for it, and presently I have no plans to go make any offerings myself. My tolerance for you likewise nears its limit.
Just go share it with your boyfriend. I'm sure he'll like some.
Your tolerance is enough, sir. I see how hard you work, expecting nothing in return. For all you've given to Olympus, may you never give your soul.
That would require me to have one still.
Oh, buddy. You need someone to talk to.
Your blood runs red. You're not entirely a goddess. We truly get the best of both worlds.
You were born to a mortal mother, weren't you? My mother's half-mortal. Death itself is in our blood. But you're different.
Different. Neither god, nor mortal, nor shade. It's as you say. Death itself is in my blood. All mortals are born to die. I was born also to kill.
That line goes hard.
Go on, witch.
All right, see you later, Heracles. Good seeing you, bud. Alrighty. Let's see, more coin? Sure. Poseidon?
Gift from
Nope.
the earth.
Alright. Maybe if we see Hermes and get success rate, that would be pretty fun with to stack with Sea Star, I suppose. Alright, so we unfortunately did not get a core boon from Poseidon at all, which really does hurt us in the long run. I think I will take the HP. This is a really good time to go Solini in consideration of the fact that we're going to be spamming Omegas left and right. I don't think I need max magic, though. I'll take that mini-bot. I think I will lock in Hef. Won't complain about his attack here. His cast is whatever. His gain is terrible. But I think this is fine. Maybe, you know what, I probably should have taken Hestia first so I could potentially stack up. I could probably get Smolder Ring out of it. Oh well. Even without Omega, I suppose Smolder Ring still does so much damage it's worth taking in the long run. Aspect of Moments also really does not play well against highly mobile enemies. So you kind of have to consider, like, I don't think it's one of the better aspects, to be honest.
Thought I was due to catch a break once all the fighting and whatnot had simmered down, but no. The fighting must go on. Which, come to think, is no surprise. I mean, it's us. We find a way.
Alright, give me something to make me tanky. Volcanic Strike at a 6-second cooldown already is actually kind of really appealing here. I might honestly take that. Yeah, we won't have amazing base damage on the attack that way, but it's still very good damage, so I'm not going to complain about it. No bonus chambers? Alright. We've locked in Hef. Let's go take our second Hestia boon, and then I'll probably take another Hef. Then I guess the question is, do I go Hermes, or do I go... Come on. Do I go Hermes, or do I go a second Hef boon? We'll definitely want to get some palms on this attack, so it's at its lowest possible cooldown sooner than later. And since we do have Poseidon, I think with our current god pool, either Apollo or Poseidon would give us our best option for regen boon, arguing towards Poseidon just because he gives you basically infinite magic. Saw that one charging up. Forgive me if I'm not super talkative today. It seems like I should have drank some coffee before recording perhaps, but it'll be fine. That water infusion will be quite nice in case we get water fitness from Poseidon later on. Every water infusion we get is another 15 HP in the long run from Poseidon. All right, we've got 2 boons left, or 2 rooms left. I feel like I don't really get that excited by Selene here, so I'm gonna go for Hestia, try and get her Smoldering, and then we'll take Hephaestus number 2. We'll likely be offered Hermes from shops later on, so I'm not gonna really force it at this point. I do anticipate though, with the auto firing effect from the attack, we'll be able to ding ding pretty easily with Hephaestus without having to go out of the way to do so.
If there's one thing I learned from my strong-armed nephew here, dearie, is that you always have to strike while the iron's still hot. Now, come on, hop to it, Hephaestus, my lad.
Was not expecting to get their duo this early in the run. All right then.
I'm up in, lady, yeah? Though if you keep on turning up the heat in here, then this whole forge is gonna blow and take the rest of the damn mountain with it too. And what would Witchy have to fight for then?
That's a good question. We're not gonna answer that. Oh, but that's such a good smoldering. Nah, this is just too good not to take. And honestly, all 3 of these are probably the boons I want most from Hestia. Controlled burn would make our special do even more damage effectively. Although I think it only applies on the first cast, not the subsequent cast that Momus does. But Chain Reaction we'll take for now, because that's going to do so much damage in the long run. And there's no guarantee we'll be offered it again, but there's a decent chance we'll see Smoldering again. No bonus chambers? Alright, let's go grab that last Hephaestus boon and send our way to the Polyphemus fight. I know speedrunners have a preference for which chambers they take here. I think the upper chambers have slightly smaller rooms, so they prefer them. But don't quote me on that. I don't actually really remember the specifics of it. Not reliably, at least. So at this point, we've got our 4 gods locked in. What do we want? We want Controlled Burn from Hestia. We want Geyser Spout from Poseidon. We'll want probably Poseidon's cast or Hestia's cast, I think, at this point. And then as far as gain goes, I guess Apollo's gain. No, we have his cast, we're fine. Although we need 2 more core boons of Apollo to even be able to get his legendary. Not that it doesn't work. It works about as well on Momus as it works on any other weapon. I guess the main reason you want it is because it's still, you're always going to be doing Omega attacks, but Apollo's legendary makes it so his attack and special it makes it so your Omega attack and Omega special fire twice. But it doesn't fire twice with the extra activations of Momus, unfortunately. So it's good on paper, and it's really fun no matter what build you're running, as long as there's an Omega attack or special in your build. But it doesn't necessarily scale any crazier. It doesn't scale any crazier on Momus than it would any other weapon you're using an Omega on. We'll go ahead and take this. Do I want more max magic? I think with a good gain boon, I'll probably be fine, and I'd rather save my coin for boons and Mentor Hearts. I need to be as tanky as possible going into Battle of Rivals 4 Typhon, because there's nothing that can keep me alive other than myself when it comes to the mini Mel phase. We've taken at least a probably like 20 to 25% of the damage that we need to take to get.
It's fortunate the underworld boatman's still plying his trade even during a downturn such as this. I trust his prices have gotten better at least. Or perhaps worse.
Anyway, Solar Ring, Perfect Image, Light Smite. I mean, do I have Origination? That's, I guess, a good question. I don't have Vent yet. I got Grand Caldera, which doesn't apply Hephaestus's Glow Curse yet. So I actually have no way of applying Origination because I have no curses at all in this build right now. So Solar Ring would fix some of that issue. Let me confirm. It may be a prerequisite for his legendary. If it is, I'll take it. Yeah, we do need either his gain or his ring. I would rather his gain, but I'll take Solar Ring, I guess. It's not really that great, but it'll do the job. And it's 1 step towards Origination, which I think is more important here. I'll skip the magic.
I'm here.
Oh, good to see you.
Last I'll say about Poseidon, I swear. He's my uncle, you know. For what it's worth, I'm sorry if he truly led you to believe you were his son.
Yeah, well, I like to play up the family resemblance just in case. Though I'm glad he's not my pop neither. Otherwise, I'd be about to eat my own cousin, and that'd be real weird.
That would be pretty weird, you're right. So I think most of our damage right now comes from the attack, and that's fine. Oh dear. I'm getting a little overwhelmed by the AoEs. I do actually, I do appreciate this. It does look like our Omega attack with Momus can apply multiple times. Yeah, so it does apply on the after effect, which is quite nice for us. Where'd the poison effect on your shockwaves go there, bud? Oh, hello.
Poisoned.
Thought I could get through that. Unfortunately, was not so lucky. Ding Ding is doing a ton of damage, but so is everything else to us. Right, we are officially out of magic. Which,
He's contagious.
get rid of your friends. Rocky, you jerk! We were fine, and then you activated him. Well. I do have to play a little safe, but not safe enough that I can't do what I want. At this point, I think we're fine. Oh, hello. And ding ding, and done done.
My sheep.
Have a good sleep.
Don't stand in my way.
Alright. Definitely a hot mess of a run. Definitely need some magic regain.
Ooh.
We hopefully see either Poseidon or Apollo to give us that magic gain, because I really don't want Hestia, and I definitely don't want Hef. I mean, Hef would be okay, I guess, since I'm gonna be getting hit, but I'd really rather not have Hef. Alright, we'll buy this. Yep, there's the Hermes boon. So a 90 coin Hermes boon and another Centaur heart. Again, I'm trying to get as tanky as possible in anticipation of taking a heck ton of damage against Typhon. I'll probably lock in Gorgon Amulet for the next floor, and then consider between Black Fleece and Knuckle Bones for Typhon. But I figured we've had some very easy runs against Typhon. I should try some harder runs too, and I figure Momus being one of my less preferred weapons, this is a really good excuse to get some practice in and learn how to use it properly. There's Hestia. I want that HP, but I want Hestia more. We've got a lot of boons still to gain from her that would benefit the run overall. Do not want to see cardio gain as my gain boon, though. It is not going to generate magic fast enough in a way that I have to attack to gain magic from that, and I don't know if my Omega moves even apply that effect. And even if they do, they're not going to apply it. They're not going to attack fast enough to really justify using them for my main magic regain boon. All right, Hestia, what have you got? I'm sure it'll be cardio gain. How did I know? Glowing coal and flash fry. Ugh. Kinda just ugh all around. I guess out of the options, I'll take glowing coal, I guess? Not really that excited about it though. A little bit more HP. We're definitely getting tanky, but I mean, I am taking a lot of damage here. At this point, I openly recognize that the bulk of our damage is going to be it's going to have to come from our Ding Ding, because it's hitting for 1,000 damage. Why? Why is it doing that much? I'm not actually sure why it's doing that much, but I'm not going to complain, mind you. I'm just curious as to the cause of that. Because I guess it's origination doing all the work, probably? Man, these are the longest 6 seconds ever for recharging it. We are doing pretty well on retaining magic, though, I have to say.
I missed.
Oh, big scary enemy. Probably use some Ding Ding here. Yeah, our Ding Ding is consistently doing 1,000 damage. That's actually pretty incredible. I'm not 100% sure why, but I'm certainly not going to complain about it, mind you. Probably a combination of the Furies and Origination doing work.
was ugly.
Let's go ahead and transform this.
Right.
Coin. I guess that's okay. Icarus, have a gift.
As a mortal kid confined to a tower, I was relatively well provided for, but this... I know better than to envy the gods, especially with what they're going through lately. But they definitely know their drink.
Finger licorice good.
The gods have always lived well, but your own life was so short and difficult. You must still have a lot of making up to do, and I thought maybe this could help. Icarus, I want you to come back to the crossroads. You want to aid our efforts here. You'll do an even better job of it if you're in contact with Odysseus and all our shades.
That'd be cool if he started showing up in the crossword.
I'm not sure that everybody feels the same, Millie. I've been able to make do here on my own, and don't do well in crowds. Maybe from living in a prison tower all my life.
And we really wanted to say crossword instead of crossroad. I got my wires crossed, didn't I? I think it would be cool if Icarus came to the crossroads. I don't know who down there wouldn't like to see him aside from maybe Eris.
But we could see each other more. And it's really not that crowded there, is it? Just give the possibility some thought.
I have a feeling he's going to show up down there at some point or another.
All right, I will. Give it some thought, that is. But if I show up and the Witch of the Crossroads turns me into the shape of a newt or something, it'll be on your conscience.
She turned me into a newt. You don't look like a newt. I got better. Your Omega moves also do 50 damage in an area but around the foes they hit, but use 10 extra damage. Whenever you clear 7 encounters, receive 10 HP and 2 mystery palms. I think Explosive Intent sounds kind of funny. It's gonna ramp up our magic use pretty substantially, but we'll solve that problem soon enough, I hope. More HP, more Hermes, sure, why not? Then a Hephaestus, again, not the bestest, but oh, hey, Charybdist.
Got some new tentacles, I see.
Tentacles! Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Gosh, they made the songs in this game so, Skillous songs specifically, so darn catchy. Oh my goodness. So if his tentacles are nearby, they all get ding-donged? That's pretty funny. That's really unfortunate for him, actually. Man, got melted. So we're gonna kite these projectiles this way and then just run all the way around here. I think this is the simplest way to solve that projectile, is to just... Oh, I'm out of magic. Darn. Yeah, we really need... Look, I just noticed, look at our the bar above our magic. We have so many Hermes boons in waiting for us. Ding ding, ding ding again. Yeah, we've got some incredible burst on this build. It definitely has a bit of a cooldown, to say the least, but we've got very good burst.
Don't get in my way.
HP, Hephaestus. Tough gain. Honestly, I'm coming around to the idea of tough gain. I don't like the idea of having to take damage to regenerate magic. Oh, actually, you know what? Never mind. Furnace Blast is objectively what we take here. Your blast effects from Hephaestus also inflict glow, dealing an extra 35% damage for 5 seconds. All damage incoming.
The Forge of the Heavens.
And because we have the duo between Hephaestus and Hestia, this is actually really good for us because it will apply on the second ding ding. Not to mention, since one will eventually get a palm that we can put on the attack. One could expect that perhaps our ding dings will perpetually be enhanced by this. We're gonna have a 3 Hermes run this run because Hermes just really wanted to show up non-stop. Not gonna complain about that. Hermes is definitely, I would say, a little bit weaker in this game compared to his Hades 1 self, but that doesn't mean he doesn't give us some really strong contenders for best in slot boons sometimes. Tall Order probably being the most notable of his boons. Of course, just a free universal 25% more damage is pretty phenomenal. Let's give him a gift.
Hermes, if there's anyone out there who can help me outpace time, it's you. Please accept this for your swift and reliable service.
Right, charitable, you really I really need to move along, so let's get to the blessings, if you please.
All right, blessings it is. Let's see what we got.
Hex says you spoke the oath of the unseen, so then I guess we're in for it, right, Em? The others might not know what's going on. It's just another eerie night, but you do what you have to do. Nights will be done and all.
What do you got? Hard target, so projectiles are slower. I mean, Omega moves being faster is just objectively the winner here, right? Because we're gonna always be doing this. So let's fully verify this. Actually, 30% moves, 30% extra speed on Omega moves will help the build as a whole immensely. There's our first offering for a palm. I do think I have to take that. We're gonna need at least 4 palms, I want to say, or yeah, we'll need 4 palms to get to 2 seconds, I think. So we've got a fair number of palms we're hunting for. We'll do the money first. We can't. Okay, palm it is. There's no guarantee this hits the attack, but we're gonna be hopeful at least. I do not have enough max magic. Womp womp. All right, so without a we really are hurting for a magic gain boon. The second we get our magic gain, we are set, and any more speed up on the attack obviously will be kind of our next biggest benefit to our build. You really put this in an inconvenient spot.
Foes eliminated.
All right, we're down to 5 seconds on the attack. Not bad at all.
Got the goods.
Olympus, I accept this message.
And Hermes says travel deal, mean streak, or nitro boost. We'll take travel deal for sure. I'll save my rarefies for other boons that might make or break the build, I think.
Off I go. This was stolen from us.
Thankfully, our base damage is still pretty solid, especially if I do get a ding-ding off. But if we don't get a ding-ding off, I can make up for it where I lack a little bit with glowing coal, I suppose. Definitely not our fastest coin coffer, though. Definitely not our fastest. All right, Cersei, let's have a rap battle.
Golden dust and myrtle leaf, clove of garlic evening dew, iris flowers but a few, pleasant dreams,
Never mind.
sound of bells, sesame and snail shells.
I love the way that peanut butter
Crystal,
smells.
Orange zest, now my will be manifest.
In Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Byleth had a crest. Woohoo. I'm so bad at this, Kiwi.
At times I worry that your heart must have grown cold, hardened to all the turmoil. But then you show me kindness such as this. You have learned much, though this propensity appears to be innate.
I learned it from my family.
Oh, it's just nectar, which must not be too easy to come by here. They're even lacking for it on Olympus recently. But I'm grateful that you see in me whatever it is you think is there.
We should teach her the recipe, honestly. Cersei would love cooking some, I bet.
I have a pearl here from Scylla, madam, although not imbued with your intent. You said your practice is about revealing the true nature of things. Hers is already plain.
Hence the reason I suggested we subdue her. But you've no taste for such enchantments, I see. Which means you passed another test. Oh, congratulations, Poppet.
What? Did Headmistress put you up to this? To see if I'd resort to cursing an inconsequential foe merely because I could?
Scylla would be so miffed if she heard us call her inconsequential.
To see if you would blindly do the bidding of an elder merely because you were asked. Our craft is most effective with restraint. A hard lesson we all eventually learn. Of course, if Scylla should become a greater threat, do seek me out.
I do wonder what Medea thinks about that restraint here.
Turning to a simple form.
What's this? Turning to a simple form. Your Omega moves and have a 15% chance to inflict morph on a susceptible foe 10 seconds apart. All life is connected in some way, and it can be said that we are simple creatures at heart. Okay. You have my attention. Okay. That's really funny for our Momus build.
It is done.
Everyone will now become sheeps. Let the sheepening begin.
Well, madam.
All right, and we're getting another Apollo and Hestia, so I guess I'll take Apollo first and hope for his gain, because that'll just make everything easier.
Discerning taste.
And we do get Lucid Gain. It is 85 magic per cast expired. Alternatively, Supernova would be really cool with our build. I think this is my second best option, and I'm going to take it. Shouldn't have to have any magic issues anymore now.
Try as I might, I cannot help feeling a little miffed at that. And I am not someone to simply let it slide.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
Fickle gods.
Alright, so we're just going to drop all of our Omegas and hope for the best. I do hate that the things that are in the shadows actually have damage reduction, like they completely obstruct your damage coming out. This is probably the biggest weakness of Momus, is the fact that you have to channel to land your attacks, and that does leave you a bit of a sitting goose, or sitting duck rather. Not to mention that you have to depend on the auto aiming of the reticle sometimes, which can be very fiddly. It's usually reliable enough, but when there are a lot of enemies kind of in the same area and you're trying your hardest to hold in one direction, unless you turn off that option, you kind of have a problem. Also, I need to remember to use my cast more often. I'm taking so much damage here, my gosh. Well, this room definitely could have gone better, but we probably are set for Black Fleece now, at the very least. All right, we'll take Hermes first. What have you got, Herms?
In the name of Hades.
Quick Buck, Tall Order. I think, oh wow, we are definitely taking Tall Order here, because I mean, we're about to get a Hestia boon, and we're about to activate Tall Order as a result. I remember when I first played this, I thought it was and you needed 8 of every element, and I could never figure out how to ever activate this, so I never took it. Turns out it's 8 of any element, not all of them. Quick Buck is convincingly good, but Tall Order is just like, there's no contending with Tall Order, because we're about to activate it right now.
Fine, let's turn down the temperature a bit if we're right finished squabbling for now.
All right, Hesty, what do you got? Slow Cooker. Okay, I could take that instead, but I think Snuff Candle is objectively better. Verifying this will only give it 3% extra damage, so I'm gonna sit on that too. I think 21 is still plenty.
My boon.
And more importantly, we just all at once gained 25 plus 21% extra damage. So a good 46 extra damage. We're sitting pretty here. And another Hestia. Don't mind if I do. Warm Breeze. Whenever you dodge or daze, you can restore some HP. Alternatively, an extremely strong controlled burn that's just about to be even stronger. And Apollo to round us out even further. Awesome, awesome. Oh, hello, hello. Rude Awakening. Your blast effects from Hephaestus clear daze and deal even more damage when they do. Oh man, Warm Breeze would keep us alive, and Supernova is hilarious, but Rude Awakening, man, that sounds so good. We are stacked. We are so stacked now. I'm gonna take that HP. I feel like I'm gonna be taking a lot of damage here.
It's a pity we've so little opportunity to speak, Lord Charon. Though I'm grateful to be seeing you more frequently of late.
I acknowledge the reality that Momus will not be great against Eris because she is very mobile. But I have magic regen now, so that's one problem solved.
Always ready and eager for the fight. I've never met someone so driven, yet so lacking in any purpose whatsoever.
I'm about to blow your mind. You ready, babe? No purpose is a purpose. Think about it. And now I'm gonna blow away the rest of you, too.
I've got 2 words for you, Eris. Ding and ding. Man, we got damage. Hephaestus can be kind of nutty when he wants to be.
Looks like the tide's come in.
I was just taking my best guess as to where she was going to spawn in. Oh well. I think my biggest issue with Momus at the moment is just I don't channel long enough to cast my Omega. The Omega, here's the inconsistency of it. The Omega special comes out automatically. The Omega attack does not, or sorry, the Omega attack comes out automatically. The special does not, so it throws me off. I think maybe get rid of your friends. They're just kind of in the way here. And we are out of magic. Yeah, maybe I should have rarefied. I don't think I needed to, honestly, but probably would have been better if I had. Oh my gosh, let me out of the fire. I was like really like slowed down there for some reason. Yeah, as expected, this really isn't the best build against very mobile bosses. It's going to absolutely demolish Typhon considering he can't evade us. I forgot we were fighting Vow of Rivals Eris. I was completely zoned out there, to be honest. Yeah.
Get out of here.
It's gonna be rough sailing upwards, but we have so, like, if we just depend on the attack, we should be fine.
A foul shoreline that should never have existed mars the border of the rift, beyond which stately Mount Olympus looms, stricken this night by strife and fear in turn.
The other beach was quite a bit nicer.
Oops, I accidentally lit that on fire. Oops, I accidentally lit that on fire.
Onward.
I think the summit will be the easiest part of this run, honestly, because most of the things are very large or very stationary, so it should be very easy to hit all of my things. All right, I could probably use some coin here, I'm sure. No boon. Okay, so I don't care. Let's see. Can we use Black Fleece at this point? We can. I assume without this equipped, we lose that effect, but 20% more damage on all Omega moves is pretty stellar for our build. Alternatively, we go with Athena for safety, or... I mean, what else would there be, frankly? It's basically either Timepiece, Athena, Chaos, or Black Fleece. Or, I guess, Experimental Hammer could be also, fine, too. I think we're hurting for coin. I don't think we're hurting for survivability just yet. I'm gonna go the route of Timepiece, it's more fun. We'll need the coin for whatever gods show up in the mid and end shops of the next 2 floors anyway.
Mount Olympus.
Anyone here? Hello, ding ding, ding dong. I will say though, I think the base damage on our Omegas is rather lacking. There's a hammer, we'll definitely take that. And we just got the timepiece to rank up, which means we can sell even more things than we used to. Like, we are almost entirely dependent on our fixed damage. Hera would be kind of a good 5th god if we wanted to run a 5th god, just to get Hereditary Bane, I think it's called. Whatever her boon that makes us do more damage from our fixed Olympian boons would be pretty great right now, I think. I would definitely enjoy seeing a Winter Circle from Hermes, because that would let me use my cast more often and therefore regain magic more regularly. See what we get here. Specials fire 2 projectiles but have reduced range. Specials are faster. Attacks are faster. I guess I'll take Rapid Moonshot for the Prophecy. This would be more fun with our... I don't know, that is very tempting, and it will be really good against Typhon. I'm gonna go for the Prophecy. I want to clear the Prophecies if I can.
As always.
There we go. That's it for the hammers on this, I think. Bellini at long last showing up. I'll take her, sure. Would have otherwise rerolled for a god here. We have not seen a lick of Poseidon since the very first boon he gave us. And it wasn't even a great offering either, which is wild. Don't mind me, we're just gonna keep smacking you like nothing's wrong. Ooh, that would have sold for 500 gold.
You have gone far since last we met, especially for someone with no steeds. Thus, I commend you, and may all of your future attempts in turn succeed.
Alright, what do we get? Lunar Ray or Moonwater? Moonwater solves our issue with being able to survive, so I think we're gonna go with that. Moonwater restores 15 HP up to 3 times every 70 magic.
Drink deep and persevere.
We basically are guaranteed the run at this point. And a mystery boon from a god, sure. Another... Honestly, Path of Stars is pretty appealing here, but Dionysus is Dionysus, and that's pretty nice. I'm gonna go Dio. I'm gonna go Dio.
Oh man, she did what? You're pulling my leg. I don't believe a word of it.
No, Mel absolutely destroyed their whole army. Don't worry.
Hey, good looking.
Hey, leopard guy.
Hey, sure, I'll take that nectar off your hands, as this here's just the place to put it to its proper use. But don't you get all sad and sappy with me. You're at a feast, not at a wake.
I must admit, I'm unable to cast aside my fears and worries quite like you, Dionysus. It's little wonder mortals make so many offerings in your name, as now do I.
You're not from around here, so how fare the mortals as of late? You've surely seen a few of them along your path. It's been a little while since I heard from them.
You know, they're screaming, they're on fire, everything's fine.
They've been better. Most probably are praying to our family for peace, since Kronos flung open the underworld's gates, leaving the dead to roam the land.
Which means that mortals get to spend more time with long-lost relatives of theirs. Come on, stay positive, Mel, baby. That's how mortals get by. It'll be all right.
That is really screwed up when you think about it, because I'm pretty sure those guys may not be in their best capacity for... Never mind. Anyway, Happy Haste, 30% more damage, or restore any HP Restore 70% of any HP lost. I think we will gladly take that. I wonder how this scales with the duo between Hestia and Apollo if they treat your HP separately. Well, I'm not gonna complain. Keep us topped off nicely. And, well, me complaining about Poseidon never showing up, but he's in competition with a very high tier Hestia. Therefore, we're gonna go for this and probably take the Apollo Hestia duo at this point. Alright. Oh, he's been sheeped. He's been sheeped, Kiwi. He's been sheeped. We ding-dinged a sheep.
Mountains for the gods.
All right, Slow Cooker or Flash Fry. Was really hoping for her duo with Apollo here, but Slow Cooker, I think at this point, is giving us an extra 18 power on all attacks and specials. I can't really complain about that. That's a lot of base damage. Even if we are kind of more of a burst build where that doesn't matter nearly as much, it's still very strong in the long run. That's a lot of scary things coming at me at once. Bailing out. If I had realized how much I was going to depend on the cast for magic regain, I definitely would have taken Winter Circle when it was offered. Oh, hey, we have Sea Star. I forgot.
Follow your senses.
Congratulations, Poseidon. You actually did something that mattered after all. You got us an extra 25 HP. Woohoo.
It's a bite.
I feel like that's the first time Sea Star has activated this entire run, so... There's our Poseidon. Okay, and Slow Cooker got upgraded, so now we are doing 20 extra damage. All right. Honestly, here, if Poseidon offers us his infusion boon, I won't complain. Otherwise, really what I want is Geyser Spout for more Omega cast damage. I did not actually need to activate Moonwater there. I thought I had, for some reason, my brain decided I had a different magic regain boon, or a different hex, I guess. All right, Popo, what have you got? Geyser Spout indeed. Okay, or I could take Water Fitness here, but I think I'm gonna rarefy Geyser Spout twice and take that.
You got it.
A lot of damage. That is a lot of damage on our cast now. We are an insanely bursty build. Mama Momus and her bursty build.
Here we go.
All right. There are a lot of boons that this Palm could hit. The odds of it hitting the attack are not terribly in our favor, but I'm gonna hold on to hope. That Drake just flew straight into a hammer. Poor guy had a bad time. Everyone's having a bad time. Look at our damage, man. Don't think there are really any other boons that would benefit Hephaestus's ding-dings, but we don't really need much more than we've got. Wow. Wow, we've got a lot of base damage. All right, do we get the attack? We do. We're down to 4 seconds recharge time. Love to see it. Oh.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, Poseidon. Get hype. All right, and there's another Palm versus Selene. I mean, I would love to rank up Moonwater. We are 1 Palm away from full build, though, so I'm going to risk it. Excuse me, sirs and madams. Would you kindly leave the statues be? Oh my goodness, this thing is big. Okay, that was a little spooky. We're fine. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna do a little farming while we're waiting. Basically, I just run away, charge up a big scary blast, and then run away again and do the same a third time. We generate pretty much all of our magic back, and there we are, the fully reduced cooldown on Volcanic Strike. We are basically full build. Everything else is just icing on the cake. We have we're no longer burst anymore because we're gonna be constantly firing off Hephaestus attack boons. This is gonna be nutty, Kiwi. Get ready for this. We're gonna melt this next god. Okay, let's go ahead and take this first.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Light Smite Super. Okay, now is the time for Supernova. Our casts are going to grow in size. And a mystery boon?
What you wanted, right?
Exactly what I wanted. Hephaestus, at this point, you're basically all we need. All right, let's see. So this does not affect attack. So it says attack and special, not attacks and specials. It is only going to affect our base attack and our special, not our Omega move. So this is actually not that good for our build. I can skip it. I will take Trusty Shield and have a armor that will block damage at every turn. And I really don't need this palm anymore. If it hits the attack, it's going to be really funny, but really unfortunate. I'm going to save my coin for the end shop at this point.
Again we meet.
Hey, Heracles. Hi,
We have
boyfriend.
some matters to discuss, Prometheus. So why not ask your big friend there to step aside? It would be rather rude of him to eavesdrop on our private conversations.
If you have it, whatever you can say to me, you can say to my wife.
You shall not believe this for some time, Agent of Change, but Heracles can be trusted. Certainly not in your present case, but still.
I care next to naught for what you say, sister. You wish for me to step aside. Make me. Either here and now, or by whichever means you got me to show up.
All right then, buddy, but I just have 2 words to say to you then. Ding ding.
Well, since the both of you are here, I just want you to know, neither one of you is as strong as you look.
Ooh, Mel spitting fire.
You underestimate our combined strength, though not for much longer. Let's show her, Heracles.
And let's show them Hephaestus. Ding ding on the table. Oh, they're having a time. There we go. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm not gonna make that. Woohoo! Spooky, spooky kiki. Have another set of dings. You hear all the dinging? We're hitting for 2,800 or 2,100 damage there, Kiwi. My gosh, this is disgusting. Oh no, we phased him. 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Okay, good. Okay, this is not nearly as scary as I remembered it being. Probably because I've gotten a lot better and actually understand what their patterns are like, but still. Sure, if you're just gonna stand still, you're gonna have a very bad time. I hope you're aware. Heracles, have a fireball. Have a light ball. And have a ding ding. Wow, that was easy.
I've done my part here, just as you did yours. For this was bound to happen as it did. I shall never submit to you.
Okay, this build might be one of the most disgusting ones we've had yet. And we've had a lot of disgusting builds.
Dearie.
Oh boy, Hestia. We are out of Hestia boons now. We are like maxed out on Hestia boons, so we'll take Flash Fry, sure. It's not really gonna do much for us other than upgrade Slow Cooker, so another little bit of base damage. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting.
How about another keepsake?
All right, I think, honestly, I feel pretty darn strong going into Typhon. I'm gonna do Black Fleece here. We're gonna deal 20% even more damage with our Omega moves. Granted, arguably, it's our ding-dings that matter here, but still. Let's do this. Let's do this, Kiwi. And a Path of Stars, sure, why not?
There you are.
This way, I'll have some extra healing once I go into, pardon me, Typhon's room if I need it. But all right. I'm feeling pretty good. Let's see how we do mini bosses, because we made a joke out of Prometheus and Boyfriend.
More monsters.
Oh my gosh, the explosions from Flash Fry though. Oh, this build is nutty. Where even are you? Oh, there you are. Ding ding. Oh my gosh, this build is nutty. I'm having a great time, Kiwi. I hope you are too. I hope you're enjoying this one. This one's wild. Oh, you guys are trapped on your little island, are you? I've got bad news for you. Ding ding. They're too mobile. They're not very... These are the enemies that will counter Momus a little bit. What do we got here? Path of Stars at number 2. And do I want this armor? I mean, I could, but I think it'll get popped very quickly. Hephaestus or Palms? We don't need Palms. We'll take Hephaestus here.
Closer to the top.
Could potentially get another Trusty Shield type
You're one of Typhon's
boon.
bigger children, aren't you?
Have some dings and some dongs. And why did I use Moonwater there? I did not mean to use Moonwater there. That was a bit of a mistake on my part. Oh well. But like, look at this. This is not fair. This is disgusting. Like, I'm being dumb and using my Hex by accident where I don't need to.
Cry to your father.
But I'm not too worried about the outcome even if I do that.
This message.
What we got? Premium service. Oh, if only I had max rank Momus. Let's see. Security system. Molten Touch. I think, yeah, we take premium service. So this gives us +1 to the level of our aspect. Some aspects are going to be crazier than others. So for Momus's case, this is going to reduce the delay between Omega attacks by 0.5 seconds, making its attack rate even faster. A shame that it doesn't max it out and then give it +1, but it's a Hephaestus legendary. Hephaestus legendary is a hit or miss one for me, honestly. It's really strong in some instances and really weak in others. It really depends on the armament that you're using. For example, I would say it's pretty weak on, say, aspect of Circe, since you're not really depending on the tether for Circe's damage. Certainly, if you are using it effectively, it does a significant amount of damage, so it should not be underscored. But, like, say, compared to maybe hands, so you get extra knives, or I don't know. Gosh, what aspects have ridiculous passives? I'm trying to think. It's hard to think on the fly when I'm trying not to die.
For you.
But I can drop sick rhymes at any point, apparently. All right, let's upgrade Moonwater a little bit. Let's try and we can get to the Godsend? We can, awesome. So money, extra use, HP, magic. I think out of all of these, I think I'll take this pathway. Oh, I should have looked at what these were. Restores any lost HP, that would have been really good. Ooh, but that 50% damage up would have been amazing. Oh well, whatever. More importantly, we've got survivability.
Your path has led to Poseidon.
Another Selene or more Hephaestus. We take more Hephaestus. Very much thank you and kindly. All right, watch this boss fight. Oh, hello there. And goodbye. Let's not go running face first into the projectile again, please. Every time we get the double ding ding, it's wild. Okay, he's gonna hold still for us. This is where we really shine. Hold on. Here we go. Goodbye, HP of a tail. Boy, did I have a tail to tell you. Oh gosh, Typhon is going to get destroyed. Oh, I'm so excited for Typhon. All right, Hef, what have you got at this point? Security system. Heavy metal. I think heavy metal is the winner here. It'll give us a bunch of armor that we'll lose immediately, but we'll get 20% more damage in the meantime. Yeah, let's do that. Heavy metal it is.
Such strength.
If I see armor in the shop, I'll try and buy it. Assuming I don't have a lot of money, actually, so I prioritize a boon if I can. Ideally, a low-tier Poseidon, because I can't afford any high-tier god boons here.
That's a bite. Ugh, a lamprey.
All right, Kiwi, are you ready to watch Vow of Rivals 4 Typhon disappear into a poof of smoke?
That's all I've got. May moonlight guide you, Em.
Thanks, bud. All right, safe travels. Oh, I could have sold this, darn it. Hindsight. Oh, well, we got a second Godsend. I definitely messed that up. I could have sold that and been able to use, buy a better boon. Whatever. All right.
The light of the moon.
Any... No gold. Oh, there's one. That's not going to be enough, though, right? Yeah. Oh, we can afford this Hephaestus boon. At this point, is there any Hephaestus boon I actually want, though? I think we go travel deal here.
On my authority.
Warm breeze, because why not make it so I can survive even better? Why not, indeed? All right, there it is.
Flame
and
of the hearth.
Max magic. We are full HP. I guess I'll take that for lack of a better option. Kiwi, are you ready to watch Typhon go ding ding dead?
Such a night. Prepare yourself.
You guys better are the ones that need to be prepared, because let me introduce you to maximum ding ding damage. Okay, that did a lot of damage. And there we go, immediately phased. This is fine. This is exactly as it should be. Oh my gosh, Kiwi, this is so nutty. 7,000 damage in one hit right there. 780, I saw that. I forgot what I was doing. I was like, I panicked. I'm like, I have to go into the circle. I messed up. Okay, that was my fault. That was entirely avoidable damage. I just panicked and thought we were up to the mini-mel phase for some reason. But we legitimately just crit him for 7k in one hit. This build is wild. Oh, I should probably dodge this. Apparently Mel is not a fan of the American breakfast. I feel like eggs are a relatively staple breakfast choice in most countries. They were in Germany at least. And they seem to be used fairly often in Japanese cooking as well. I am unkillable here. What a disgusting run. Oh wait, we still have one more phase, I forgot. Because we have the question mark vanquish, but still, my gosh, that was like the biggest joke of a Typhon fight ever. This is Vow of Rivals 4, eh?
Some monster he is. Turn back.
When does a man become...
I am no longer the mere child I once was, and yet...
Always remember how small and frightened you once must have felt. Inside, you are still that same old wretched girl.
When does a man become a monster? I love that motif from the epic musical. It's so good. All right, let's see if I can actually dodge things today. Oh, I immediately took hit there. All right, I'm gonna try and survive. This is the pattern that I have the most trouble dodging. Specifically his charge up orbs that split into more orbs. All right, guys. Goodbye, Typhon. Just goodbye, Typhon. And ba-bam, ba-bye, ding-ding, death to Typhon. My god, that was disgusting. What a run. What a broken run. I need to have a real fight against Vow of Rivals 4 because I have only had, like, objectively broken runs. Wow. So much for the father of all monsters, then. So much for the father of time, too. All right, what do we honor here? This was this may have been one of the nuttiest runs I've ever had. And I keep saying that, which is amazing. I love this game. I love that I can keep saying that. Okay, let's see. So we have to honor the max speed attack. We honor... Lucid Gain carried hard, but I'm not going to honor it because chain reaction. C-Star did come in clutch a couple times, but it didn't make or break things, but it did get us to that extra palm that mattered, so I'm not going to complain. Poseidon, you were barely relevant this run, but the moment you chimed in loud and proud. Furnace Blast. Tall Order. Controlled Burn. My gosh. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Rude Awakening. Slow Cooker was funny. I guess that's it for those. So I guess we'll take Racing Thoughts because that was pretty funny to show up. And then, sure, Explosive Intent. Why not? This is definitely the thing that won us the run. But my gosh, that was wild. Hephaestus Blasts did at least probably a quarter of all of our damage dealt. But look at that. The other options didn't even come close. Wild. What a wild run. Apparently I took 188 damage against Typhon, and yet I am at max HP by the end of this fight because of all of the healing buffs that I got. This run was nutty.
If one is of the underworld, having to battle at extraordinarily high altitudes is ill-advised. There must be some more down-to-earth approach.
Return to Shadow now. Properly done.
All right, Kiwi, let's do our house roundup and call it a night.
You knew I could do it, didn't you, Phrynos? Huh? How happy we all seem. And in that moment in time, we truly were.
Been keeping an eye on things while you're away, and
terrifying anyone who dares approach.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. I love Dora. She is our 10th gremlin, proud and true. Wouldn't have it any other way. We don't seem to be able to give her any more nectars, though, unless I'm out of things to gift. That's certainly a possibility. I've been giving nectars out left and right.
You look well.
Oh, we've got a
Fated
bunch
list
of
minor
prophecies. Got a bunch of prophecies filled. Okay, drowned ambition. On a night with 10 fear, gather a pearl and return to Circe. The god of the dead shall some evening assist the witch of changing with the thwarting a notorious sea monster. Gain 1 shadow.
You shall be tested by a songstress of the deep.
Power beyond legend. The daughter of the god of the dead shall earn the rarest blessings from the Olympians. Oh, apparently I got every legendary with that. 300 bones, or 3,000 bones.
The gods shall all be yours.
And then the witch's staff. The daughter of the god of the dead shall apply various Daedalus enchantments to the staff called Discura. 250 more bones.
Your understanding of Discura knows no bounds.
Thanks, Moros. You've been very enlightening of what I've just done. Have a nectar. You earned it.
Huh. I must admit, I'm unaccustomed to displays of flattery. Forgive me, I don't quite know what to say except thank you.
That's all you need to say, bud.
You're very welcome. Though I'd not intended it as flattery. It's just... Don't even mention it, all right?
We'll never talk of this moment again, says Moros.
Disgusting.
Ares isn't here. We'll do a little cleanup. You know, at least on the bright side, we can sell these for kudos, I presume, so they have some function beyond just being annoying.
Your companion Dora, she's a lively one, especially for her age. Most of the dead grow quite lethargic over time, although I suppose things have been more eventful recently.
Dora seems to be quite intrigued by you, Lord Moros. Call it a morbid fascination. You mention her age. She doesn't seem to have any recollection of such details. But you can just tell.
I have my ways. Dora is... well, she's not the eldest one here, though she's been around longer than most. That much is safe for me to divulge.
Huh.
Alrighty. Thing. I'm gonna start hopefully working towards kudos soon.
My offerings.
I just don't have a much... I don't have much... I still have some meta progression to do before I go putting a lot of resources into that system.
Smells delicious.
But we should spruce up the crossroads. Oh, hey, Icarus, you took heed of our requisition. Was the most roundabout way to say, hey, you accepted our invitation. What? Why was that? Why did I say it like that? All right, we'll talk to them in a moment. Let's see. This still needs more time to cook. Broker. I can buy moon dust, and I have a lot of bones. I also buy a lot of nectar. I'm gonna
appreciate the deal.
Okay, I can only buy 1 nectar every visit. So let's just stock up on all of these since they're limited offers. Okay, good enough. All right, let's see what you two have to say.
Also, I wanted to give thanks to you, madam, for taking me in and letting me return, and for entrusting anything to me. Most shades are not so fortunate.
Oh, do not grovel, Icarus, lest I cast you out. This is the crossroads, not Elysium. A shade's existence here may be comparatively difficult, and few remain for long.
I appreciate having the work to do and being a part of this. Although sometimes just after taking off, I fear I won't be able to find my way back.
Discard that fear. Those with the need, or who remain in our good graces, always shall be welcome here and safe.
I like this.
I'm grateful. And I'll be going. Cheers, Adam.
Bye-bye, Icarus. I like that that notion of those who need a safe haven will always find this place sort of vibe.
Go on. You've got more important things to do than talk to me.
All right, but I'm not gonna drink this nectar myself, so I'll just leave it right here.
Oh no, not this again. Look, I forgave you for last time. Didn't mean it as an invitation to get me more of this stuff. Don't like owing anybody any favors.
You don't owe us anything, just enjoy the drink, ma'am.
Just take it and enjoy it, Nem. Besides, I heard you were looking for some more of our witch's poison. Nobody seems to appreciate it quite like you.
She's silent, but I definitely can feel the little bit of seething. How dare you call me out for the thing I like? How dare you acknowledge that I enjoyed something?
Ready to come out?
I like to think that the reason why Hypnosis' story progressed was because we gave him this fancy red carpet. Certainly a possibility, but probably not our real truth.
Did you ever face drakens in your mortal days, Odysseus? The kind that fly about on wings much like a bat's, but huge. They've become quite a problem on Olympus recently.
My home was mountainous, though we were mostly free from flying beasts. Still, in my experience, they all have something in common. Susceptibility to being shot out of the sky.
I can see that.
He gave him the old 1-2 pew-pew. All right, Skelly, what are we running next? Another skull run. All right, our last Persephone run was very fun. Honestly, I know we just did a Persephone run, but can I do another one? Nah, let's change it up. Eeny, meeny, miny, mel.
Myself.
And let's rank that up one.
May you shine like the moon.
So now we have an extra 12 power per shell shot. Okay.
You really showed that Typhon, huh?
Sure did.
I got a real hankering for some more cuts and slashes here.
Well, happy I am to oblige then. Kiwi, with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you are sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well.
Go.
I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Hades 2.
What news?
Oh, my good shade. My good shade.
Good shade. You made it here.
Good shade RNG, Kiwi. Rest well. Bye.